Welcome to the email notification service configuration video. Before watching this video, it's recommended you first watch the email notification overview video, as it explains the email notification service in detail. Today we're going to show off the email notification steps required for all possible configurations. Topics covered include Introduction, Cloud Email Out configuration, SMTP Email Out configuration, configuring event-based alarm bell notifications, other email out configurations, adding and removing windows, configuring custom email notifications, and a summary. Cloud Email Out configuration. Select the Tools menu. Click the Configuration menu option. Select Email and then Email Out configuration. The following dialog is displayed. Use the Add Modify Email buttons to enter the names and email addresses of all recipients who receive emails. This is a master list that you select recipients from as needed to receive specific emails, including heartbeat and alarm email notifications. You can add as many recipients as you need. To designate recipients for heartbeat notifications, click Send Email for each entry. Each recipient in the list can be selected individually for each notification event that you configure. You can configure the maximum number of emails that can be sent per hour as a means of preventing your recipients from being overloaded with too many emails. There are 3 criteria you can change for maximum emails per hour: time interval, change, and specific time of day. Select the maximum size for any attachment of these emails. The numbers are in megabytes, and it's recommended to keep this number fairly low to save space. Test the connection. To test if the connection is active, click the Test Connection button. Wait a few seconds for the successful message to be displayed. If it's not displayed, then the connection is not working. Click the Disable button to shut off email notifications for a period of time. SMTP Email Out configuration. Select the Tools menu. Click the Configuration menu option. Select Email and then Email Out configuration. The configuration for SMTP is much the same as the cloud, except there's no heartbeat, and you must do an SMTP configuration instead. Configure SMTP settings. As you can see, there's no Send Email column, as Argus isn't sending heartbeats. It's your own SMTP server. Since there are no heartbeat options, they're replaced by the Configure SMTP Settings button. These settings allow you to enter information about your own email server instead of ours. The account details on this form must be entered according to the specifications of the SMTP server: from name, from email, username and password, confirm password, SMTP server details, host name and address, SMTP port, SMTP timeout, security type, alarm level. If you need help with these fields, please contact your system administrator. Test the connection, same as the previous section. Configuring event-based alarm bell notifications. As mentioned in the email notification overview video, there are 4 levels of alarm bell notifications on the Argus system. Each of these bells has a separate color to denote the current alarm state: green, red, yellow, or blue. We'll go through how to configure separate email notifications generated when one of these alarm states becomes active. Select the Configuration menu, click Email, select Email Alarm Bell Configuration. The following dialog is displayed. You can configure a separate email notification for each type of alarm bell state. Normally, you may only wish to be notified with a change to the red alarm bell state. This example shows that an email notification is configured for the red bell. An email is generated anytime the bell changes color. This allows you to pre-configure emails and then simply enable or disable them as required. The email you receive contains a descriptive list of all active alarms in your system, as well as any additional information you specify in the Change Window to Send option. The Change Window to Send button lets you attach the contents of any user window you designate. This might be a window listing the current temperature readings in all zones and other important values. In this example, it's been assigned to send the contents of a user create window named Chamber Overview. You can also remove any window associated with the alarm. More on that and the new features under Add and Remove Windows for email later on in this video. New features for version 2. Disabling the system. We've added on the SMTP and cloud versions the ability to disable the entire system. So if you want email notifications shut off for a period of time, go to Email Out Configuration dialog and click the Disable button. If you're on the cloud, then a message is sent to the cloud, or it's detached from the cloud completely, so it doesn't send out heartbeat messages. Scheduled graph email out. First you need to have a report. I'll just set up a report for one item now. Right-click the screen and select Create Data Graph to start a new graph. Right-click an item on the screen that you want to view as a graph and select Data Graph Selection. A separate graph window is opened. The Scheduled Task List opens. Now, as part of Scheduled Download, you configure the email criteria setup as well. Click Add. The Scheduled Download Task dialog opens. When Scheduled Download finishes, it's sent out to the email addresses selected under Emails to Send to. Add any other information you'd like to send in the email. Once your download task is configured, click the Configure Email Out button. Add email information. Once complete, return to the Scheduled Download Task dialog. Enter any scheduling items to finish this download task. Click OK to finish. Click OK to go back to the Scheduled Download Task screen. Audit Trail Email Out. On the Audit Trail viewer, you can now set up email criteria to send for an Audit Trail report, including report interval and the addresses of who receives the report. Click Tools, select the Diagnostic menu, click View Audit Trail, click Email Criteria. The following dialog is displayed. The top part of the dialog is basically generic email information. The Report Interval section contains the recording interval, how often you want to see this information, and when you want to see it. Under Report Interval, we have daily, weekly, monthly, and also scheduling the day of the month. We use 1 to the last day of the month and the time. Select whatever is necessary on the screen, including the units, which you can adjust as necessary. Alarm Email Out. We also do the same for Alarm Email Out as we did for the Audit Trail. It's almost identical to the Audit Trail we went over previously with the General section, the emails to send to, the report interval, and the units. Select the Diagnostic menu, click View Alarm Status, click Email Criteria, select the report intervals as required, Email Out Summary View. A report displaying all current items with email configured. Select the Configuration menu, click Email, select View Elements with Email Out enabled. We can now see the items like the reports we use for data logging. On this screen we have a report that displays all items that have email configured. You can right-click and select properties for each entry to change their parameters. Adding and removing windows for email notifications. We can add a window or remove a window which was not previously available in earlier versions of email notification. Click Configuration, click Email and Email Alarm Bell Configuration. Once in the Email Criteria Setup dialog, the Change Window to Send button allows you to add windows to send along with the email. On any screen, right-click any window and select Window to Send selection to add this window to the email. The newly added window is included in any email sent using this criteria. The Remove Window to Send button allows you to remove a window that's been previously added. Once you click the button, a warning message is displayed, ensuring you want to delete the window. Clicking OK removes this window and returns to the Email Criteria dialog. Configuring Custom Email Notifications. As mentioned in the Email Notification Overview video, using the Custom Email Reports feature, you can easily designate the contents of any user window to be mailed at any frequency you specify. Most of these steps have been covered already, but we'll show you how to create a custom email report. Right-click the window background of a user window to send all the values in that window and select Setup Parameter for Email. The Email Criteria dialog is displayed. Make sure to select Criteria is Enabled box. This checkbox used for quickly enabling or disabling the notification while still maintaining the configuration settings. Enter your own subject and any optional text for the email body. The contents of your selection is displayed after this text in the body of your email. Select the recipients to receive the email in the Emails to Send to box. Select a type of change, either interval, change, or specific times a day. An email is sent when the alarm changes to any of the selective states. For example, when it changes from no alarm to alarm active. Enter a unit type, either metric or imperial. Summary. The topics we've covered today include an introduction, cloud email out configuration, SMTP email out configuration, configuring event-based alarm bell notifications, other email out configuration, adding and removing windows, configuring custom email notifications, and a summary. Thanks for watching the video. For more information, see the previous video in the email notification series, the Titan Online Help, email notification datasheet, or contact Argus support.